Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have an update for the deck of panning project. And as I'm sure you guys all know, this was started by Emily from Emily and Max, or McGinnis Mama. She's got two channels. Emily and Max is her beauty one. The premises of this project, I guess, is we have a deck of cards, we randomize cards, those are related to prompts, and we pick products based on those prompts. Emily has built this whole nicely worked out Excel sheet with everything in it. Yeah, let's jump in and talk about how I've been doing. I'm a little bit late. We were painting stuff outside last week and I just didn't get to filming on the weekend, and throughout the week don't always manage to find the time. So yeah, a week later in filming than I would like to be. It's the 25th today. But let's jump in. Starting off with the first product that I've been working on, which was the Glam Bronze Trio right here. I haven't really looked at where I was at with this one last time, so you guys will know better if I made some proper progress or not. I have used this one 23 times over the last month. Considering that was February, that's actually not too bad, especially considering I've been away for a week on a skiing trip as well. So happy enough with the amount of uses anyway. I must have made at least some sort of progress. I'm really focusing on kind of the highlighting part at the moment, using that as my highlight every single day. I do feel like it kind of emphasizes a bit of the, like, my skin not being like completely smooth, but at the same time, like, it does give a nice glow sometimes when I'm in a meeting and I have one screen and I'm looking at another screen, and then I see a little bit of a glow on my cheeks, and of course the camera on the laptop is not like that great that it will see the unevenness of my skin, so it has a nice shine, that's for sure. Anyway, that's that one. Then in the Sephora palette right here, I rolled in a bronzer, basically the bronzer shade in this palette. It's this one right here, and I have used this a fair bit. I thought it would be really easy to hit pan on this one. I've used it 15 times, like nothing major, but of course this is not something I take to travel with me when I already have other things that I'm working on. If like I could bring this as my only travel palette, but I was only working on one eyeshadow in here, and there definitely were other palettes that I was working on more heavily, so I did not bring this with me when I went anywhere. I do see it kind of dipping at the bottom because of course that's where my brush, I use a kabuki brush that I like squeeze to make it somewhat fit right here, and it's definitely going down a little bit at the bottom right here, but we've still got some work to do on this one. I was hoping that this would be an easy, like, just hit pan and be done, move on to the next one, but we're not there yet. One that is at least getting really close is my eyeshadow primer, the Shadow Insurance from Too Faced. This one I have used also 23 times, same with the Glam Bronze Trio. I've used that every time I've used makeup over the last month. And it's not done yet. It's not frustrating. It's nice that it lasts long, I guess. But like, I can squeeze it all the way up like that, and then I have to bend it over, and then stuff still comes out. Actually, no, too much came out. Need to try and get that back in. But yeah, there's still stuff coming out, and you can see I have to definitely like work for it to get product out of it still, but it's still coming out. Hoping this one would definitely be one of the ones that would be done by today, but it wasn't. But we're gonna keep working on it either way. So that's that one. Then we have my Clinique lipstick, which was my newest product. For not all of them I can actually remember what the prompts were actually, like from the top of my head, but Clinique, my newest lipstick, and I have made major progress on this guy. The annoying thing about it though, I don't know if you guys can see that like this, but like it's definitely not right on the base anymore. As you can see, it's kind of broken off, so I have to be really careful with it, and it's denting in because it's moving against the sides. But the amount of progress I managed to make on this one is ridiculous. I've used this 23 times. No, that's not true. That's another product. I've used this 17 times, And of course I've reapplied a couple of times as well. So 17 days I've used it, and I made so much progress that like this could be done in 3 months basically, which is like, that's how it used to be when I was still panning like more neutral lipsticks, but now I only have like bright lipsticks left, and it definitely takes a lot longer to get through those. But it's very nice to be able to work on like a neutral lipstick, works with everything. I like it. It's annoying that it broke from the base because it's a brand new lipstick, but it's so nice to be able to use this. I can put it on whenever and I can reapply it without having to worry about it looking not great. I don't need a mirror to be able to apply this. So yeah, I'm really excited to be using this, and it's moving really quickly as well, so that's exciting. Then lastly, we've got my Nicki lipstick, the Viva Glam MAC, and like there is pretty much nothing sticking up anymore, just the tiniest bump. 23 uses, that was this guy that I mixed the other one up with, but I can still use it. So also this one was one that I hoped would be done like by one update, but it isn't. I'm really close though, so this one is definitely going to roll out next time. That eyeshadow primer, I don't know, even though it looks almost empty, it might still last me 3 months, who knows. But this guy, like, it cannot last much longer. I'm using it as a cream blush, so I just like rub my brush over it, and then I use my brush on my cheeks. Yeah, no, this is gonna be done because I'm not gonna like dig into it or anything once I've hit the plastic, and like maybe go into a little bit since I'm using a brush, but then it's done. So yeah, nothing done yet, but I'm gonna follow Emily's example of at least rolling something in every time, because that is the most exciting like thing in this project. So I'm gonna get my cards, which are right behind you guys. And we're gonna do a little bit of shuffling, which I'm not very good at, just to make sure it's a bit more mixed up. It was a brand new deck, and I realized that there's still a lot of like things together, although for the randomization of what I'm gonna pick, it doesn't really matter that much, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just gonna cut the deck somewhere in the middle here and see what is up top. And that is the 9 of clubs. This is clubs, right? I'm so bad at the English names for these. 9 of clubs, I think. Let me check what that is and get back to you guys. Okay, just took a quick look. 9 of clubs is a the prompt to hit pan on a new pan. No, hit a new pan. I'm gonna do some thinking, and I will be back again with an actual product to roll in. Okay, this took me quite long to figure out because I'm already working on a highlighter. I don't want to work on hitting pan another one. I'm already working on a blush, same thing. I'm already working on a bronzer in this project, so same thing. I'm working on a powder that already has pan. The only other powder that I have is a loose powder, so that's not gonna work. So basically I'm ending up with eyeshadow again, as I usually do. Yeah, so then I had to decide, okay, what type of shade can I roll in that will work with everything that I'm already working on, my Panda palette, my Panda's eyeshadows, all those things. So I decided I was gonna look for a bright red, no. I decided I was gonna look for a bright yellowish shade that I could top on the red shade in my Panda palette, because I really liked to use the yellow that used to be in my Panda palette on top of the red and create kind of a bronzy shade. Turns out I do not have the type of bright yellow that I was looking for, because I wanted a slightly shimmery one, not a like matte chalky yellow, because that's oftentimes what you get, because I felt like that wouldn't really mix well with the red. Couldn't find that, but the closest that I could find was in this sleep palette right here, and it is this shade right here. It's definitely more orange than yellow, but it's definitely like a yellow leaning orange, I guess. So this is what I'm gonna go with for hitting pan on. There is some usage on it already. They're not like a full-on dip, but definitely some usage on it. This is on my hands, that orange topped over that yellow shade, and that no, that orange topped over the red shade. And I do like what that gives me. So I think this is something I can work with when I do just not want like a full-on bright yet. Like it tones it down a little bit, but not as much as a yellow would. So yeah, that is what we're gonna be working on. So I'm gonna try and hit pan on this orange shade right here. And that is all basically. Now, I already said it, I'm hoping to finish off these two items. I think they're most likely to be done. Hitting pan on this one might even be the next thing that I do again, but I don't know if that's gonna happen soon yet. I definitely think it takes me more than one update to hit pan on this guy. So yeah, that is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.